Hi everybody, I'm Melanie. For anyone who will see this video and doesn't know me, um, all my friends are probably like, Melanie, what the heck are you doing? But it's gonna all make sense in the end. I promise. I promise. So last night, a good friend of mine and I were talking, and we were just talking about like love and life and relationships and a whole bunch of different stuff. You know, girls, we just talk. So somehow we got on confidence and self esteem. And for the first time ever, and I mean ever, I told her about all my weaknesses, all of my insecurities, just everything that I've been struggling with, from weight to life to grad school. And at the end, she said, Melanie, I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed. And she said, you should kind of share your story. So that's what this video is about. Me sharing my story with you guys. And at the end, it's going to all culminate to something really big that I want to do. And so here's my story.
Growing up, I was always bigger than the other kids. It wasn't until middle school that it really hit and I was teased tremendously. By the time I hit high school, although I was bigger, it really didn't affect me. I was a normal high school student. I was in the band, I was a wrestling manager, I was in SGA, I was prom committee, I was going out on the weekends, I was having a blast. But I would say as soon as I went away to college, all of my insecurities surfaced. I didn't feel attractive. I didn't feel as if I belonged. I didn't feel like I was smart enough. And 5 years later, I would say those feelings have not subsided. But from the outside looking in, you would never know. I was engaged in college again, living the normal college life. I was an RA. I worked with Edward Bound. I worked in office recruitment. I became a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
But it was easier to put a smile on, put on that happy mask, and go out into the world instead of dealing with my problems and insecurities. So that was my story. But as I was saying, during the conversation I was having with my friend last night, she was saying, Melanie, I would have never known. And she said, but the crazy thing is, I'm sure that there are a lot of women out there struggling with insecurities. And it may not be like you with your weight, but it may be just anything. And I was thinking, yeah, she's right. So we got off the phone and but before we got off the phone, she was like, Melanie, you should start a movement. Or she said, we should start a movement. And she said, Nina, give me a call because you got to get on this. So it was like 3 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't go to bed. And I was thinking about, okay, so how can kind of, how can I do this? So I decided to make the video and I decided to make an Instagram page called I am two underscores movement 2014, and you can follow it. And for 30 days, I'm going to be putting up positive affirmations and positive statements just to help anybody with any self esteem, confidence issues that they can think of. And I'm going to use the phrase I am, which you saw at the very beginning, and I am, and put a line. And I'm going to write a positive affirmation or positive words or a positive word, whatever I can think of on that line. And the movement is you guys can do it with me. So you can get a piece of paper. It can be blank paper. It can be construction paper. It can be a receipt. It can be anything. And you will write I am and, hashtag I am in a line and put a positive word in on that line. And post it, take a picture, put it on Instagram. You can be in the picture selfie, or you can just take a picture of the paper. So take a picture of it and tag the I am two underscores movement 2014 on Instagram under your video when you post it or your picture. And I am going to repost every single mention that I get. And so, yeah, that's it from August. Today's the 10th to September 10th. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys join in, and let's go.